somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
All right, who do you need to call out and for what? This isn't the first call them out I have seen of people kind of complaining a bit about the construction of the Signature Bridge that is going on right now in downtown Miami. Now, I do think they need something to improve the flow of traffic right there because it is kind of a freaking nightmare. If you're I-95 South and you're trying to get to like 195 or 395, and so I'm not sure exactly how that's going to help it, but these 6 sweeping arches are supposed to add an architectural presence to downtown Miami as well. But some people have called it out because the construction's been delayed a bit. It was going to be out like late 2024, but now we're talking about late 2027. Costs, of course, have been going up, and so that's why some people are complaining, because anything you do to thwart traffic in downtown Miami is going to cause some frustrations, and so that's a bit of what you have. Now, the odd thing is it's actually Iggy Azalea who was in her car, and she made a video as she was approaching the Signature Bridge, calling it out. Here's what she had to say.
You know, I think this bridge is stupid up here that they're building.
What is the bridge for?
Nothing. They just built a bridge because they think Miami needs an iconic bridge, and it looks like McDonald's signs. It looks like the McDonald's arches. And then it's supposed to have this park underneath it, but they took away like $60 million of funding, so now they can't afford the park underneath. So it's just a random bridge that doesn't go, the bridge isn't going to be over water, obviously, you can see. It's a bridge they're building to go over concrete, to go to nothing, so that we can have a landmark, even though Miami doesn't need that. I'm like, isn't the ocean and like South Beach the landmark of Miami? I don't get it.
So they just have a bridge just sitting there for no reason?
They just built a bridge for no
That's crazy.
Okay, building a bridge for no reason.
I did see the artist renderings of the park that was supposed to go under it, and it looked really cool.
Yeah.
The funding went away for the park, and now it's just the bridge.
I guess I did see that, the costs had gone from 800 to 840 million. They got, supply chain disruptions and labor shortages and some stuff like that.
Tariffs, Kev.
Yeah. So there's been some problems.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But they say it's going to bring a $242 billion economic impact for downtown Miami. So they're still trying to spin it like it's a positive thing. But don't tell Iggy Azalea. She's not buying it. She is calling it out. Got another column out here from Mary Beth. She has got an issue with her kids' school lunches.
I just want to do a call out to our school board system, giving my 6-year-old and 10-year-old only 30 minutes to eat their lunch when I pack their lunch. So I spend my money to pack their lunch, and they come home and their lunch hasn't been eaten because by the time they sit down to eat it, there's not enough time. So I don't know what they're doing or if this is a new thing. I don't remember having only 30 minutes, but a 6-year-old gets distracted very easily, wants to be able to talk to her friends. So if she gets a little distracted and she only has 5-10 minutes to eat her lunch, or if you eat the school lunch and you have to stand in line for 10-15 minutes, you only have about 15, maybe 20 minutes if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
I'm going to go ahead and push back on that.
Okay. Push back, Bird.
30 minutes to eat. I mean, if she's saying the kids got 30 minutes to eat, that's plenty of time to eat.
Maybe there's like some travel time worked into that 30 minutes that they're not actually sitting down for 30 minutes. Is that what she's mad about?
And also,
if they have 30 minutes, that is a long time.
That's a long time. And I'm not at all trying to, if kids get distracted, that's just part of life. They just didn't eat their lunch. 30 minutes to me is plenty of time to eat.
Yeah, some other people are kind of saying that as well. Chris said, 30 minutes is plenty of time to eat. I mean, otherwise the kids are just going to sit there and dilly.
Dude, 15 minutes is, you're not, no offense, but you're not going to school for leisure time. We're there to eat, get our lunch, and go back to work.
It's tricky.
Well, what? The kid wants an hour and a half for lunch? Now we're starting to talk about, what adults do when they're slacking on the job. Look, I love lunch. I love food. I love kids. 30 minutes is plenty of time. Even if you cut that down to 20, I get it. It's not ideal. We all want longer lunch. You can eat a slice of pizza, some tots, and drink your drink in 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll ask people if they think that 30 minutes is enough time for a school lunch or not.
I hope that woman's not mad at me now.
Maybe there's travel time in there that we don't know about. And
I get
the
it.
kids are only getting to sit down for like 5 minutes or something.
That's not what she said, though. She never even came close to saying 5.
She didn't.
She said, like, even when they have to wait, they still have 20 minutes to eat.
I don't want to tell her argument was bad, but
Dude, you could eat lunch in 20 minutes. I could eat lunch in 3.
Okay.
you eat like the family dog.
30 minutes is so long, I think. I don't think we got 30 minutes.
Well, Becky said 30 minutes isn't enough if they are young and slow. We had a similar issue with mine until she grew out of it.
I just think 30 minutes is
Yeah.
enough time to eat.
Okay, so right now I've asked the question, is 30 minutes enough time for school lunch? 59% of people on KVJ TV said it is, but 42% say no. So there is a bit of a debate.
So I think the debate is this. If there's 30 minutes and it takes 20 minutes to get your lunch, I understand the complaint.
Yes.
I don't know if that's what's going on, though. I feel like I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm speaking out of turn here. But I feel like if
you don't have kids.
Oh, I know. I've got those emails, and so has Kevin. But what are we doing? Thanksgiving here?
Well, and part of it, I mean, if you can send lunch with the kids, maybe that's quicker because Lisa said it's not just, the sitting down at the table eating. It's getting your food, waiting in the line, being able to eat in time. If you do have that luxury to send, maybe then that cuts 5 to 10 minutes out of that and gives that back to the kids.
And here we go with the comments, Virginia. I'm reading them. Rizzy in the chat room. Burr's response shows he's never had a child.
And you would be accurate.
Yeah, but I've had tots. I've had pizza, Rizzy.
And you were a child, to be fair, who's gone through the system. And did you ever be like, I don't have enough time?
You still act very childlike.
I've never changed it. I've not changed since I was 6. That's been established. But I get it. We all want 30 minutes to eat. 45 would even be better. Now, how's the system when it comes to the line? Does it take 20 minutes to get the food? If that's the case, I apologize to not only the emailer. I don't know about Rizzy yet.
Here is Michelle from Port St. Lucie explaining why it's not enough time. Why is 30 minutes not enough time for kids at school for their lunch, Michelle?
So when they say 30 minutes, it's not 30 minutes from the time that you put your butt in that seat. It's 30 minutes from the time you leave the classroom, make it to the lunchroom, and then if you do have to get your lunch from the line, you have to wait in that line of 50, 60 plus kids to get their lunch. So by the time they actually sit down to eat their food, they really only have like maybe 10 minutes to eat it. And then they also have to clean up their mess. So that's another couple of minutes where everybody is called to pick up their mess and go throw it in the trash. And then they have to line up and go back to class. And they have to account for the time that it's going to take them to go back to class, which is another couple minutes. So they really, truly don't have a whole 30 minutes to eat their food. And then, think about we've all been to high school. I personally, when I was in high school, if I wasn't running to the lunchroom to get into line, I was standing in line for a good 25 to 30 minutes because that's just how long it takes to get your lunch, So it really is not a lot of time. So if you do pack your lunch, yes, you do have an advantage and you have a couple more minutes, but it's still not a full 30 minutes. You're still looking at maybe 10, 15 minutes for them to sit down, get situated, and eat their lunch.
You know what? I changed my mind. I think kids should get 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe there's some efficiency issues that's happening on how we can get the kids the food faster. Now, how much time do you think they actually need to eat if they were sitting there in front of their food? What is that time limit, do you think, Michelle?
I think for elementary school kids, I think you should be giving them to be sitting in front of their food to eat a good 20, 25 minutes to eat it.
Okay.
So for their full lunch period, I personally think they should have 45 minutes to an hour for them to get get situated. And at least I have kids. Virginia, you have kids. Kevin, you have kids. And You know, sometimes when they're that age, it is difficult, especially when you have the number of children that you have in a school setting. You know, when you have just one child, it's completely different. But when you have 25 kids to a classroom that you're trying to wrangle and get to eat their lunch, you don't have that luxury of just 30 minutes. It's going to take you longer.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe there needs to be some redesigning that is going on, because other people were saying other things. Like Reed had said, there have been supply issues. There isn't enough hot lunch to go around. My kids come home starving. So,
okay, now these are different situations. I was just saying 30 minutes is enough time to eat. If anything is shaving off the time to where, yes, the kids only got 5 minutes to eat, I am against that. I was just saying, I do think 30 minutes, if the kid gets that is enough time. Please stop yelling at me.
You don't have kids, Jay-Bird.
I know.
And Brianne, she hit us up on the WRMF app. She said, I think 30 minutes is enough, but I'm more upset with the fact that my kids are having lunch at 9:45 a.m.
Ooh.
Okay.
9:40, that's breakfast. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't have kids, Kevin.
Well, and then, by the time you get home and everything else, how long has it been since the kids have eaten? So it sounds like it is a little bit of an issue scheduling this and working it out to get it all done in enough time.
You may not have kids.
I don't.
But you are a breakfast expert.
I don't have kids, but I do have a lot of people on my ass right now. You can tell Bird does not have kids.
Stop commenting, childless man.
I know.